Well, hello everyone. Back at you. Sorry we had to break away there. Time just got away from me, and we did have a couple things we needed to get done. Got them done before sundown, and folks, I got time for some streaming tonight, and we are in Allegiance Raider Nation livery of the A319. Folks, I really do love this aircraft. Um, Here, I don't have room on the title today for it, but let me give you the link. All you got to do is the exclamation mark A319. Made it real complicated. And it can get you the link there. So, I want to welcome you aboard. If you're new to the stream, smash that follow button, folks. We'd love to have you along for our next adventures. We do plan to fly tomorrow, but we will be pushed again hard on time. Uh, so we're going to have a great time. We will, and all I will give away be flying with FedEx. So beyond that, that's all you get. All right, so here we are sitting in MidAmerica Airport where we just landed a couple hours ago with a rescue plane here. What a rescue plane is with Allegiant, as best I understand it, working at the airport. I mean, I don't work for the airline. Um, when an airplane breaks or they have some kind of an issue that the plane's not going to be able to leave, they try to set up what's called a rescue plane to come in from somewhere else, pick up the passengers, get them to their vacation spots. So that's my best interpretation of it. Now, I am going to say this caveat. It's going to sound silly, but because I work at MidAmerica Airport, I don't want any misinterpretations on this flight. Folks, I do not represent Allegiant, nor does this stream, nor do I have any crystal ball information on what flights and what destinations may or may not be coming. So where we're headed, folks, right now is not at MidAmerica Airport. I just know there's a bunch of cheeseheads around here. So we're heading up to Appleton, Wisconsin. Now that is an Allegiant destination. Um, but I have no knowledge if MidAmerica will ever fly there. If you want to find out, talk to the folks at Allegiant Airlines. They're the ones that definitely would know. And if not, they'll politely push you on to like American or United. But no, just kidding. I couldn't resist. Sorry, folks. But anyway, we are on the deck here at MidAmerica Airport. Gate now number 3. The airport is changing here. Just a quick, let's get back to a nice, ooh, what did I just click? Hang on. That's what I did. Wrong place. All right. So as you can see here, folks, we have, and that is the original terminal as best they can do. I mean, it's a box. It's really not a box. But, oh, and this box over here, that's no longer there. They are expanding it to the north, so down this side, to add 2 more gates. Who knows what those 2 gates yield? And eventually they may go this way too. So time will tell. But I will say, and no fault to Elite or to X-Plane, other than, folks, this has been gone for 4+ years. Just want to say, you may want to take it out of your auto gen, whatever you call it. Now, they did a good job here with the cargo Boeing building, and somewhat okay with the geez, I can't think of the warehouse next door to them. But anyway, they did a pretty good job with everything else. But that, and I cannot fault X-Plane on not having the expansion unless you're going to use Bing, as some do. Beyond that, folks, it works. But hey, enough of that. Oh, and this road, yes, is there, but no, is not used. There is a new, oh yeah, and they don't have the access road. There is now an access. I don't know what photo they took to originally create this, but currently there's an access road running all the way down to what we call the Golf Apron here. Eventually, in the next few months, all the way down to some new construction going on up on the or down on the south end with Boeing and some stuff going on there, and a new taxiway too. So, but anyway, again, don't know what file photos they work from. You know, folks, it does a good job. Oh, and we don't have housing here. Sorry, just not, and has never been there. Heck, I don't even think it was there before the airport came in. This was nothing but farm fields, folks, and a couple of companies in there, and that's it. Mostly trucking companies. But you know, it's what it is. So I don't worry about little things like that, folks. But anyway, let's get in the office, and let's get this thing on its way up to Appleton. All right, in the cockpit here, first thing I like to do is get these switched into the right one. And I could set it up to where it defaults to that, but then, you know, I'll pop into Europe and go, why did it do that? So we'll just go with it. Again, folks, you know, too many people get bent out of shape with little trivial things. I'm not a big eye candy fan. I have heard a rumor, though, for you that are, and I do like it, by the way, don't get me wrong, with the A320 that ToLis has done. The animated baggage loaders and cater trucks. They do a better job in the fact that they at least, if you, like for instance, if I went, and I'm going to just go back out of the plane here and say, zoom in about yay like this to look at it from above, they would come in, I believe, just barely out of frame here, if not right in here, and come up to the plane, where most will just either plop them right here or at best the end of the wing and up, and that's it. So I'll give ToLis that I like. Now, out of Cincinnati, it looked like we had a fuel truck here. That I did not see any time with the 320. So we're going to look again and see if that happens. That was cool. So, all right, so today's flight, folks, let's get into the flight plan and get this girl on her way up to Appleton. All right, there's Sim Toolkit. Oh, look at that, just waiting on us. All right, now I was really debating something here, folks, of planning the flight right here. This is what I was going to do earlier, but I didn't have the time. So I can do this one of two ways. I can actually plan the flight right in front of you, just same way, start off on flight plan, just start filling in advanced planner and such. Or I can click load last sim brief, meaning I have a sim brief plan filled out. So we're going to go that route for time. But I could sit here and put this together, not on SimBrief on a web page, but on Sim Toolkit. It's pretty cool. All right, so as you can see, we're going to be Allegiant 3411 and tail number November 328 November Victor. Look it up. In the real world, that is the Raider Nation plane. There's our intended route to Appleton, and it's 372 miles. About an hour and 15-ish, 16-ish minutes is the game plan. Click fly now, and boom, we are right into it. All right, so real quickly here, I'm going to go ahead and file my flight plan. If we get ATC, we get ATC. If we don't, we don't. I'm not going to, again, lose sleep over this. Just got a couple fields you don't see real quick here to fill out. And I'm going to stick to my game plan of getting out of here in 38 minutes. We'll see if I can do it. All right. All right. So for today's flight, real quick, let's take a look at the loadout. There's 124 people here waiting to get up to Appleton, Oshkosh, Green Bay territory. 27,280 pounds of payload. So we'll have a zero fuel weight of 117,273. All right. Fuel for 13,300 pounds. They're giving us cost index of 11. I thought I put on there 35, but you know, that's what happens. Them dispatchers, I tell you, they just got to always change my plans. So 37,000 is where we're headed up, folks. So, all right, let's close it out. And here, let me, there was something I learned today, folks, that off while I was setting up this flight here real quick. And I want to go ahead and bring that in real quick because I'm not sure how many of you know this or have noticed. Let me put it that way. Let me do something real quick just to make sure it's still set up. It is. Okay. All right. So we'll find it. Oh, there you are. I just saw it. Well, there you are. Oh, let me get back out of this and into that. All right. Okay, folks. This is a SimBrief. SimBrief, like I said, that's where you can physically build your flight plans. It's a free site, and boy, have they increased the potential on this program. Sketchy, Leo. Yeah, I did log off. Welcome aboard, sir. I had some errands to get done real quick so we could get back. We'd get this Raider plane in the air. But hey, welcome in. Glad to see you. All right, so let me do this, and I want to bring it up. All right, now you can see how this is it generated. So I made the flight plan, clicked generate. Now I generated it with a specific operational flight plan, OFP, the American Airlines one. It's second one on the list. First one's default, that's what it goes to. Here it is right here. I selected American mainly because it gives a lot of information, folks. Not only your route, not only your cruise information, NOTAMs and runway and runways and weather and all of that, but it takes another level in routing, and you're going to be able to take what's over here at SimBrief, put it into your aircraft. It's not only going to give you the route from here to Appleton in this case, but also to the missed approach that we already know it could do. And it's going to include in case of a divert, because the weather, you know, went south in a handbasket, so that we could get down to our alternate, which is O'Hare. It's all in there when it packages it over. Plus, it puts in the performance. You can set up the ToLis aircraft so that they load that information or keep what you have loaded. It's your call on that. So really, it has really become an awesome deal here. Today, I just learned I can go to, look, import charts. So let's just say I haven't got my charts programs lined up. By the way, charts is also on Sim Toolkit. So I could go in here and import this into charts so that when I come up with charts, it's available. I mean, they're really taking it and really helping us out a lot. So SimBrief, ToLis, Navgraph, the whole group together, and I'm sure a bunch of other aircraft can do this, but ToLis for sure. Flight Factor can do just the flight plan portion, not the performance side of the house. So it's coming to other developers if they haven't done it already. Really some great integration there. So, but if you click right here, folks, where it says import to charts, if you're not logged in, it'll ask you to log in. Then you log in and poof, your charts are here and you can get everything set up and ready to go. And when you go into SimBrief or Sim Toolkit or Charts standalone, and I know Microsoft has somehow incorporated the Charts program into a panel icon, you've got it right there and you're ready to go. So really, really good stuff coming, in the flight sim world right now. Getting it closer and closer day by day to as real as possible. The only thing that binds it from being real, folks, is you're not actually in the aircraft. All right, so we've seen the flight plan. We know what we're going to do. Let's get this bird up and running. Real quick here, we've got the parking brake set. We've got our ignition masters off and our selector normal. Radar's off. We'll go ahead and prompt the 2 on. We'll turn the transponder on, kick it up 1. Shoot, I can't remember if I put a flight plan out there or not. Well, let's find out. We are, what are we, 3411. 3411. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get on the deck here at MidAmerica Airport. All right, so again, we're heading to Appleton. All right, so we got this on. We're up. Did I get up enough? Yes. Okay, so we are showing in our mode C highlighted. And let me click these off. Make sure the throttles work. Radios are on. Moving into the middle. 3 green is on. Brake fans and auto brakes are off. You can see what's open on the plane right now. Finally, we have the wipers off. I'm going to go ahead and turn the ground control on and move. Keep forgetting which airplane. We'll go to 2. Put the seatbelts on. Put the emergency lights to arm. Do a test. All the little light bulbs are coming on. And a look to that side. Everything's lit up. The Christmas trees are alive. And we're good down to there. All right, so we'll turn that switch off. And I'll keep the dome on for now. I may be turning it off. Landing elevations auto. We'll work our way up. Fuel pumps off. And do a quick battery check. Off. On was good. Off. On is good. Good. And we're on external power. Okay, we can go to the next level now, folks. Fire alarms checked. Status. Go with 1 this flight. And all right. Let's go ahead, start the fueling. Okay. This flight requires us, we'll go ahead and close that out so it doesn't screw with my mind, 13,300. Okay, request fuel. And up here, we're going to eventually see it saying refueling. That's when I want to peek out the airplane real quick. Okay. I'll be doggone, we do have a fuel truck, same one. Well, that's pretty cool. All right. Next up, let's get the passengers in here. Oh wait, we got to zero these guys out. Okay, and the next page. What are we going with? 124. Oh, that was pretty easy. And load. Okay, let's head over here to the EFB. Weight and balance. And reset. All right, so we're looking for a zero fuel weight of 117,273. We're coming in at 300. Guess what? I ain't going to worry about it too much. All right, let's proceed on, shall we? Okay, the aircraft is refueling right now. So I'm going to go back to the overhead and nav 1. IRU 1 is on battery and good test. 2. Good. And 3. Align, and then we should get on battery. Just means if we lose generators on both the main engines and the EPU, we still have the battery and it will still give us our position. Okay, so that is aligning. Okay, cockpit voice recorder worked and our calls to each of the stations. There we go, putting the captain purser switch on and working our way down. Now, I'm going to keep this switch off for now. We'll see if I remember it at the end of the runway. That's what auto is for in the middle, so that when you take off and just as you're bringing the gear up, the lights or the strobes are on. So it's a safety switch, but you know, it's not 100% needed. Okay, everything's looking good through here again. And working our way back up. We've done our fire checks. That all looks good. Let's go to the middle. Looks like we're done refueling. Switches, anti-skid, nose wheel steering's on, brake fan and auto brake are off. Gear lever down. Radio's on. Spoilers down, flaps down, and yep, we are good to go. Radios are set. All right. Pretty simple stuff here, folks. We're going to go ahead and crank up the EPU, and then we're going to start our boarding. So I hope the hump day for y'all, the middle of the week, is going great for you. As we look to the bright side, the weekend is on the horizon now, folks, over the hump. So, okay, we're looking for flap open. Got it. And start. Shooting for a 55-minute after the hour pushback, folks, for those curious. Nice. The sketchy Leo is on his way to Honolulu. Nice, nice, nice little trip across. All right. What am I trying to do here, folks? There we go. Lost track of what I was trying to do. May 58 years of age be easier on your mind than it is with mine. Okay, so we got all this set up and we are powered up. So we can go ahead and go right to the bleed air. Should see our PAX faults go out, and they did. We are ready to board, folks. Flight attendants, go ahead and start boarding. We're ready in the cockpit. All right, and as they do what they do so well, we'll continue on with what we do. All right, just making one more check through here. Okay. Okay, now we're on the EPU generator. All right. So what I'm going to do is we'll go ahead and come off ground power right now. All right, and the peeps are coming aboard. Bad attitude, greetings. Welcome in, sir. Hope your Wednesday is going well. All right, so 5 minutes to go. Let's start in on getting our McDo ready to travel. Just got off work. Well, welcome in. Got a seat for you headed to Appleton, Wisconsin. Just getting the checklist up here to make sure I haven't missed anything. Air conditioning's good. Okay. Looking good. All right. So let's press on. Okay, the McDo's up. We got the right cycle in here. Let's go to the init page. They make it simple. Now you could, if I remember right, go to the McDo, click ATSU. Is it the AOC? I don't think that was the page I wanted. Hawker 125, welcome aboard. Yes, it's a bus day night. And we have a setup over there. All right, so you can see from what we did, it loaded our flight, KBLV to ATW. Also our route to O'Hare. There's our flight number. Okay, now the lat and the lon we can actually set, folks, very easily in this plane. Let me bring up charts and we'll show you, like I did out of Cincy. Although this is not as dramatic probably as Cincy. Matter of fact, they may not have the chords. I just noticed that. Nope, we don't have the chords. Cincinnati, for all of the gates it has the actual coordinates, or very close to. They usually put a little group together and you're pretty close. Wait a minute, I'm on the wrong airport. That is why, folks. I still don't think we're going to get the coordinates for those gates. Nope. All right, so we're going out and we got the gateway 1. Okay. All right, so, well, we can't do it at MidAmerica. But anyway, you could actually set the latitude with the arrows right now, up and down, to get it to the right numbers. Click this line select key, moves that over to your longitude. Up and down arrow here moves you through your lat and lon. Then all you do is click Align IRS. Now, the map will pop up once we're aligned in 2 minutes. So we'll go to the wind page and request it. Let's just check the next phase, request it again. Okay, and even the next phase, request it, return. And we're ready to go to the F plan page. All right, now I left charts up here intentionally. Although we really can't do a lot of checking. Let's though bring up the departure. We're really not doing a lot of it. We are going to fly. Here's our airport, the Gateway 1. Or is it Gateway 1? Oh, we are to the number 1 now. And we're going to get vectored. Maybe to Twyla, but somewhere along Victor 12 here to JIGSY. And then from JIGSY, we're on our flight plan to the Badger. I don't even know if we can put this in here, to be totally honest. We'll see. I may not be able to put the transition. Let's see. We're 1-4 left. Oh, we're 9,090 feet now. Wow. Wonder what killed that. And there's our alignment. Okay. Gateway 1. Oh, JIGSY is a transition. It doesn't show. It must be on page 2. All right, and insert. I did not know JIGSY was a transition. All right, learned something today, folks. Time to go home. Just kidding. All right, so there you go. You saw, well, hang on. Let me click F plan again. Go into, that's not the, yeah, that was the one I wanted. I just went the wrong way. There we go. All right, so F plan. So you can see we're coming off 1-4 left, headed to Twyla, JIGSY. You can see it to here. At this point, JIGSY to BAE. We have a top of climb and a top of descent in between. There's BAE, and then we just have to do our arrival. And I am working that up right now. We do not have D-ATIS there, so we're going to have to figure it out the old-fashioned way. Current weather, 230, winds 22, gusts 28. I believe that is going to bring us in on 2-1, I think it is. Yeah. And for that, we're going to okay, hang on a second. All right, so SIG's here. I'd like to come in here. No transitions? Oh, here they are. All right, so we either go Siggy. Hang on a second. Let me here's where I want to go is Wuhan, but I don't want to go 25 more miles. Well, I guess we can. Ray B. Okay, we'll just do that. And insert. And insert to clear it up. All right, so we're going to go Ray B. To Wuhan. Wuhan's where I actually want to go. We may go direct in flight. See what ATC says. Siggy, Simone, Tunsi, and into Appleton. Okay, now there is our missed approach procedure. Continuing on, say we go out and as our missed approach says, a pixie and hold down here. If at that point we come back, try it again, we may say we're going to O'Hare, our alternate. So we'll depart runway 21, no SID, insert. Okay, yeah, I'm setting up our divert if we would have to do it. Believe it or not, folks, that's something you don't see in most of the other planes. Okay, Coal. All right, hang on, let me see the arrival they've got us set up on. Okay, the arrival. Maddie. Okay, let me check the, now here we can check DATIS real quick. ORD. Landing, expect ILS 27 center. And, why aren't they bringing us in on the south side? Oh, 28 right, or 28 center. Okay. All right, so let's back, close out. For now, we'll just go to there. And what it just did, folks, is closed in charts. Okay. Now, let's come down to O'Hare. 28 is what I want. Center. Really don't know how this arrival works. 28 center. Okay. All right, real quick, looking here. Coal to Maddie 6. Okay, so 28 arrival. ILS 2 8 center. Maddie. Okay, now where's Vulgar? For now, we'll plan it, but probably won't fly it. Okay, and again, we're coming in off of coal. Insert. And there you go, folks. Should there be a divert, we have all that information in here loaded up. Now this will leave because we may turn in early. We'll see. But for now, we're planned out, ready to go on the flight plan. Takes a little bit, but it does a lot for you here. All right, so next up's the RADNAV page. Okay, looking good. Nothing in the boxes that need to be. Go back to the init page. Now we're going to the page B where the weights are. What I like to do is go back to the EFB. It's the easiest one. Reset current, and we are still 177.3. I got 28.6 and I got 13.3. We'll go with it. And we're looking good. Again, there's our zero fuel weight, which is this half. Zero fuel weight CG is right here. Block right here. It's 13. And everything looks good fuel-wise. All right, now we go to the perf page. And I'm going to go to the TO perf here as well. Come back down to MidAmerica, check out the weather report we have here is 160. Okay, so we are different. All right, so right now we're 160 at 8. Temperature, a balmy 24, 2997, and we got a dry runway. Okay. All right, we'll come back to this in a second. Well, let's go ahead and compute. All right, so there's what Toga is going to give us. Really like to know how we lost 10 feet of runway. Find out Friday, I guess. All right. Okay, we got a dry runway. I find that if I just go ahead and click over, folks, it does it already. All right, so we need 160 at 8. Stand by, folks. I have a phone call.
MidAmerica traffic, TBM 514 Whiskey Mike. We're about 15 miles to the southeast inbound VFR for the right downwind 14 left.
All right, folks, I'm back. I do apologize for that lengthy break there. Important call from back east where my folks are, from my sister. And if I could, I don't do this a lot. I probably should do more. If you could keep my folks in prayers. Mother's having a lot of breathing issues, and Dad's got a lot of muscle and shoulder issues, so they're up there in years. And well, again, my apologies for that 20 minutes away. So if you could, it would be much appreciative. And let me take this text real quick so I can might be another one coming. We'll give it a few minutes. But anyway, so yeah, my apologies. Thank you all for coming out, and let's get this flight on the way. All right, so we left off getting ready to set up the McDo for takeoff. We are planning a toga takeoff, as you can, well, it's not. There we go, toga, my pointer. Hang on a second. I would have thought by now that would have came through. It is the age-old adage, though, with my folks, sucks getting old. I can say that I'm only 58, folks, and long way to go to where they are. So, but you know what? An old song that we truck drivers used to say, long way to go, short time to get there. Unfortunately, with getting old, it works out the same way. All right, so here we go, folks. Gonna double check when, since that was about 20 minutes away. Making sure they didn't update anything yet. They did. 150. 150 now at 8. And of course that means they're variable.
Scott, MidAmerica traffic, TBM 514 Whiskey Mike. We're midfield downwind 14 left on the right side.
All right, yeah, I didn't get something she was sending me about my mother. So, all right, so enough on that. All right, so we're looking at 131, 131, 135. Again, toga takeoff. Our usual THS up 04, which is the horizontal stabilizer. And if you really want a good or an interesting explanation on the THS, there was a Modern Marvels show that came out. Oh gosh, I don't know when, but it was breaking the sound barrier, and how Chuck Yeager and that team got past some problems they were having with the aircraft. Now, the physiology involved with it, that was a different answer. But where the plane started doing things, they learned using this adjustable horizontal stabilizer. So really interesting stuff in it. Oh, something just came in. Hang on. Everything's going off at once. Hang on. I hate when many things are going on at once and trying to get... Okay, now things are... Get things settled down here. Okay. All right, so back to what we were doing. Oh, we don't have the winds. Oh, we didn't set it here. All right, so again, 131's our V1, 131's rotate, 135 for V2. Toga takeoff, 0.4 up on the trim, and we're done with the McDo.
Sky traffic, TBM 514, Whiskey Mike, short final 14 left, will be in the pattern after this.
Okay, and real quick finish up here. Let's get the altimeters adjusted to the correct, which is 2996 now. Oh my gosh, I'm going to turn my phone off here in a minute, folks. Oh, life sometimes just gets so much in the way. But it's important, though. I know what's going on, so I get it. All right, so flight directors, F speeds, altitudes, good. And initial climb, 6,000 for now. Actually, I think it's lower. Stand by. Initial climb by ETC. Okay, so technically 37,000 if I so choose. All right. And we're ready for pushback, folks, after all of that. So again, my apologies last time for all of the interruptions, but like I said, family and life sometimes take the front seat. Okay, we're starting to close the doors up. And we can see them right here. There goes the main door. The ATS is getting the cargo doors closed up on the first officer side. And we're ready to push back. All right, 2996, we're set. Jetway is being pulled back. All right. Okay, jetway's away, beacon coming on. It's called better pushback. Get this going.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
All right, we go, folks. Finally, tow is pulling up.
Sky traffic, TBM 514, Whiskey Mike, left base, 14 left, touch and go.
Also gives me a second to get things in order here in the cockpit. All right, go ahead and pull the chocks, ATS.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Cleared to connect. Face south with the push. All right, folks, I hope y'all are having a great day, great time. Sorry for all the interruptions here, but we hope to make this get going here. We can head up to Cheeseland.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Brakes off, cleared to push, face
Starting
south.
pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay. Pressure's up, starting to. MidAmerica traffic, Allegiant, which Allegiant am I today? $34.11, pushing out of gate 3 for runway 14 left. That's pretty sad, folks, when you can't remember your call sign.
One of them, Mike. How you doing?
We're doing great, just trying to get pushed back.
I remember you as your MidAmerica 2 days when I was Scott Tower.
Oh, no. Well, I'll be doggone. Welcome back. Enjoying the new area?
You know, I've been in I've been in Connecticut for a while now, maybe 4 years or so. It's gets old really quick. I actually am trying to get to St. Louis Tracon here at some point.
Awesome.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
I was back at Scott Tower though. I visited there about
Disconnecting
about a
tow.
year ago.
Stand by.
Well, that is great to hear.
You still at the airport?
I've actually left and came back, so yeah, I'm back now. So we'll see how things go with all the airlines and all working up.
It's good to hear, man.
All right, let's get number
About
one.
hopping on approach for you, but figured I'd rather fly.
I get it. I get it. You gonna fire your VA back up, or is it still running? Or
You know, we did reboot it, and somebody else took over for it, and they're doing pretty well. Gateway, I'm kind of in retirement at the moment, virtual airline retirement. I started a little pet project out of my current airport in Connecticut, and kind of doing that at the moment.
awesome. Well, I'll let you get back to your pattern work so I can get taxi in here.
Yeah, Mike, have a good one. Scott traffic, TBM 514, Whiskey Mike, left base 14 left, touch and go, Scott.
There we go. Got the pins. We're ready to go. Got to get the engine mode back in play here to normal. Go up to TARA on that. To the top. Lead off. Okay. Arm the spoilers. Set flaps 1. And pitch trim next. Almost don't have to look at, you know, one day I'm going to get a pitch trim here, folks, that it's going to be different than up 0.4. And it's going to porpoise its way up into the flight. Okay, and while we're here, do a quick check of our surface.
Traffic TBM 514, Whiskey Mike. Turning final, 14 left, touch and go.
Okay. Up and down. Left with the rudder, right with the rudder. Let's do it one more time. We're ready to taxi. All right, so let's go back up, get the APU turned off. Landing lights on, or taxi lights on. Okay, and flight controls checked, auto brakes set, brake fans on. And we're taxiing. MidAmerica traffic, Allegiant 3411, taxi 2 runway 14 left for departure. All right, that'll help both of us in the long run. Sure, Kansas City didn't come up. No, they did not. Okay. Hearing that TBM and the pattern kind of helped me to know that they're not up. All right, folks, welcome aboard. Hey, Hawker. Sorry again for being away for that time frame, but yeah, it's nice talking to people I used to talk with all the time when I worked out here with the tower. He's a good guy, especially busy nights when the military was wanting to try to own the airport and being able to get things done in the little sliver they'd give us. So, hey, awesome to go here, folks. We've got about an hour flight up to Appleton, and for those thinking about vacationing up there,
traffic TBM 514, schematic left downwind, 14 left, touch and go.
Not only in the Oshkosh area, folks. Do I need to say much more than what's, you know, Oshkosh? But if I do, Oshkosh has the big air show every year. But you also got the Wisconsin Dells and a few other things to do up in the Green Bay area. Plus Store County, Wisconsin is a big vacation area. So, and then there's this little pipsqueak football team called, I think it's something like the Pack or something like that. Yeah, I just can heat, man, that is hurting, all that hate and discontent coming back at me.
514, Whiskey Mike, left base, 14 left, touch and go.
I don't see him out there. So, Hawker, did you figure out how we lost 10 feet of runway? Gotta love doing that to operations, guys. I got the traffic in sight. And Scott Tower, Legion 3411 will be ready to go at the end of the runway. I think I got my call sign right this time. I did. How about that? All right, and by ready, that means... All right, brake fans are on. We're on TARA. Lights
MidAmerica
are...
traffic, TBM 514, Whiskey Mike's. Turning final, 14 left, touch and go.
And TBM, Legion 3411. We got you in sight. We'll hold short. Okay. All right, brake set, waiting on the arrival. Final checks, turn off lights, landing lights, wheels set. Let's get set with the landing lights. Okay, they're steady, and as soon as he passes by, looks like a T6, PC6, but hey, looks cool. Legion 3411 lining up and waiting. 14 left. And we'll be doing again a toga takeoff, folks. So, max power. Okay, we'll get the wing.
TBM 4 Whiskey Mike's, left crosswind, 14 left.
Wait for him to clear. All right, looks like the TBM is clear. Legion 3411 departing 14 left. Gateway 1 departure. Let's go to toga. Okay, 80. We're going. V1. Rotate. And gear up. Let's get some distance. And MidAmerica traffic, Legion 3411, left turn, direct JIGSY on the Gateway 1.
MidAmerica traffic, TBM 514, Whiskey Mike, left base 14 left, touch and go, and then after this will be northwest.
Actually, we could go direct Twyla.
MidAmerica traffic, 4 Whiskey Mikes, turning final, 14 left, touch and go, VFR to the northwest.
Oh, Lord, folks, sorry for coughing in your ears like that. Oh, did not mean to do that. Let's get that back to where it should be. All right, let's get those spoilers down and... Okay, we can get the brake fan off now. Go ahead and turn off our taxi lights. And again, folks, I hope you have a great time. If you're new to the channel, hey, we'd love for you to smash that follow button. That way you can see where we're headed. Tomorrow we're in FedEx operations. So we'll have some fun with that. Now, again, we're limited on time. What I was really hoping that's not written in the schedule to do may not be able to happen because of that. So, and by that I mean we had multiple routing. But then again, I was hoping to multiple route this earlier, and well, yeah, it happens, folks. And then, unfortunately, the phone call we had to deal with. It was nothing short of I had to take that call. So, but you know what? We're 20 minutes late, and we're on our way. That's all that matters. We'll be up in the Green Bay area in about an hour time frame. And we just crossed 10,000 feet, so off with the lights. And let's go ahead and let me put that overlay in so y'all get an idea how long and where we're at on the trip here. It's like right at an hour, so we'll see how that adjusts en route. Now that would be really cool if he comes back to the St. Louis area, even if it's TRACON over.
TBM 514 next departed the Class Delta airspace.
Even if it is just the St. Louis and not MidAmerica, that would be awesome. Good controller there. Yeah, some routes I would love to see if MidAmerica could ever gen them up. Get something going out east towards Harrisburg. I know a couple of possibilities, but that would be one. Of course, up north here to our cheesehead friends in Appleton would be another. New Orleans would be a good one for all the folks headed down there for both New Orleans and the cruise ships that go out of there. Houston, another good area. So, and then a few out on the west, but those would be the ones right now I'd love to see start up out of here. But I don't know the nuances behind how Allegiant selects where it flies to, out of, and where to, and all of that. So that's kind of way above what I do. So, but that would be some great places for it to come out of MidAmerica, and then of course the West Coast. Pick your city out there. So, but anyway, we are climbing. We're on a nice fictitious route up to Appleton, Wisconsin. And like I said, got about an hour to go. We'll turn it on, but there really isn't going to be much terrain to deal with in the direction of Appleton. Weather radar is already on. Disregard it. Oh, excuse me. No, it's not on. Let's get it turned on. And those of you that were with us earlier today, take a look at the difference putting weight people in the back there versus coming over here empty. We're only doing about 2,000 feet a minute right now, whereas we were close to 4,000 feet a minute. So, but anyway, I want to thank you all for being a part. If you're watching this on YouTube, folks, hit that subscribe button. What that'll do for you is allow you, and if you hit the bell to notify you, you'll get notifications when the next video is released. We haven't gotten the viewership or the sponsorships and all to be able to become monetized there. But check out down below. You can find a way if you would like to donate to the stream. It's through our Twitch affiliations, but it still works the same way, folks. So, but if you're on Twitch, hit follow, folks. And this all follow does is let you know via email our next adventure when we go live. If you come over to our Discord channel, invites out there all the time for you, folks. You can come in, chat with us anytime, on or off stream, and love to talk with you. It's basically, this is a stream and Discord channel of like interests in aviation. All things aviation. Okay, we'll settle for me, anything transportation-wise, because I've been around quite a bit of different things. Look at that beautiful sunset, folks. Yes, I'm taking screenshots. All right, folks, so we'll kind of see where we're at here. We're through our transition. Let me get those wing lights off so the people can sleep. And the flight attendants know what to do with setting the lighting, and we're on our way to 37,000. All right. What wasn't me? I don't know what Hawker is referring to. Hawker 125 applauded. That wasn't me. Okay, well, someone did it for you. I was just chatting with my wife over that conversation with my sister about my parents. So, anyway, a lot going on. So, all right, folks. Well, we are leveled off, it looks like, at 37,000 in cruise. Yep, and kick the seatbelts off. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are leveled off at 37,000 feet on what is a gorgeous night out here with this sunset. Sorry for the late departure, but we should be up in the Green Bay area in about 30-35 minutes and on the ground not there long after. Want to thank you for flying with us, and while you're seated, keep those seatbelts on, and just in case we do hit some unexpected turbulence. Thanks for flying Allegiant, and have a great night. All right, we are definitely in Chicago's airspace now. Let me pull up SimAware. Update it, as it doesn't want to update rather quickly. Yeah, we're about halfway there, folks. So. And Appleton is literally just across the O'Hare or Chicago, Minneapolis Center territory line. Out of curiosity, who controls who? Appleton, Minneapolis Center, Green Bay approach. Okay. Watching how some of these have we're talking about St. Louis TRACON there on VATSIM's Unicom. Folks, that TRACON is huge. Maybe not like Baltimore. I mean, Baltimore encompasses a lot of the Northeast, but St. Louis goes from St. Louis, not sure yet how far south, but they go up to Peoria, Bloomington, probably Champaign. Don't quote me on that. I didn't check them yet. And wrapping back in. Like, wow. So, I mean, just amazing. That's why I thought I better check, see if Milwaukee doesn't have us or Chicago. So, thankfully, it's just Green Bay, which actually makes sense. If you look at the map and see how close they are, that makes sense. So if you're going north and you're trying to escape TRACON from St. Louis, folks, you're going to have to get north of Peoria. I see they're working better on the transition night to day. Boy, at some points I used to hate it. It caused such a drag on the system. It may still. Who knows? But Raider Nation headed north to the land of cheeseheads. Alright, let's see. Well, we have already flown over Decatur. Gonna put Bloomington right over here. Pontiac is staring us down. Oh, wait a minute. I thought Morris came before Pontiac. Oh, man, it's been way too long since I've been on the road. Wow. Well, my flight attendants aren't doing their job. They should have had the lights out for those folks. It's not like Zebo or the Flight Factor 767 where I could turn them down myself. Oh, sorry about that, folks. I had to blow my nose. Oh, these allergies. Oh, well. This too shall pass. But this is part of the reason I don't really like a lot of night flying, folks. It's hard to see the airplane outside. A lot of people like to see it. So, hence why we don't, take it up too much after dark. Unless the flight, of course, if it's an extended flight, 10 hours, there's a good chance you're going to catch nighttime somewhere on it. So, tell you the one thing I do miss in the flight simming world, and it's been gone for a long time. This ain't a X-Plane versus Microsoft kind of deal. This is just one of those little Easter eggs, we'll call it, that used to be found in flight sims like the Auroras. I haven't really seen one pop up here in X-Plane all winter long. And I'll be honest, I don't even remember them in FSX. So those were kind of neat to look at. So, you know, I don't know what it takes to make that happen, but I miss it. Well, that has me as 24. Huh, did I sign in wrong? Give me a second, folks, as I regroup here. Oh, Hawker, you're cracking me up. Oh, man. All right, so let me get this correct this time. 3 forward, not 2 forward. All right, so now it should correct up. All right, but yes, tomorrow we are going to be doing some FedEx work out of Fort Worth, but that's as far as we're going to take it, and see what we can do. I like I said, I have a grand idea, but unfortunately there are some things in life going on that are going to make that probably not be able to come to fruition. We'll see, though. Depends how quickly I can get things going. So be looking forward to FedEx in the morning. And most likely no stream tomorrow night or over the weekend. So these 2 days will probably be it. I've got family in for the weekend, so chances of streaming are next to none that I see right now, unless something sneaks open. Who knows? Never know. Never know what tomorrow will bring. Just worry about today. For today's worries are enough for us to handle. All right, folks, you can all see that the verse of the day. Now, this comes from the Bible app. It's an app out there you can download. It's free, and get a version of the Bible in there that makes sense to you to read daily verses of the day that come through it. That's what's up there in the chat room right now. Jesus said to them, "I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me shall not hunger. Whoever believes in me shall never thirst." It came out of the Gospel of John, verse 6:35, folks. And, kind of, when you look back to last week with Easter, the leading from Palm Sunday all the way to Resurrection Sunday, that whole week, this is what Jesus has been preaching for 3 years, not only to the 12 disciples, including the one who would betray him, but to all of us, folks, past and today present. And that Bible app, this is going to take some time to go through here, folks. And I'm not going to do it all at once. We'll kind of do it in chunks here, because, it gets asked of me and a lot of people out there. So what happens after Easter? Well, as we first off know, if we didn't have Resurrection Sunday, if Jesus didn't resurrect as he told his disciples he would. Okay, right there is enough for us. Hang on a second. I hate sniffles. That's right there a lot to tell us that he is going to die and he will raise himself 3 days later. He even went down that road, said 3 days later. And they didn't catch on. The prophets, long before Jesus, folks, the Bible ends. Zechariah ends 400 years before Jesus' birth. That's a big time span, folks. That one, God's not talking to the Israelites. And two, no prophecy going on. But well over 300 messianic prophecies were made by the prophets. And we're talking Jeremiah, Isaiah, Daniel, Ezekiel, and then all of these minor prophets. It just stopped. And then here comes Jesus. But every prophecy about Jesus came to fruition. It happened. So, if the resurrection didn't happen, folks, the greatest event in human history, well, Jesus couldn't be the prophesied Christ, the Messiah. Here's the thing. Christianity is based on that resurrection, that redemption, that eternity we have in the salvation that Christ gives us. That doesn't happen. We don't have that, folks. All that hope, all that is gone. But folks, the good news is it did happen. He did resurrect. He came out, and for 40 days, 40 more days, Jesus went on teaching, preaching, and showing that he is the Christ. He eased their doubts. That was one of 5 big things he did. He showed up. He was there. He showed the disciples his hands, the piercing in his gut. He showed up to ease their doubt. He modeled what a community is. He comforted the broken. He redeemed people still after the resurrection. And finally, instructs us and empowers us. Folks, it didn't just stop 40 days after the resurrection when he ascended to heaven. It continued on with the helper that was promised in the Holy Spirit. He comes into our hearts when we realize we can't do it anymore on our own, and we need Jesus. We need God. We need God in our lives. We just can't do it. He leads us, he guides us along those paths of righteousness, restoring our souls while leading us all the while into our permanent home through the salvation that Christ gives us. It's a gift, folks. You don't earn it. You can't go out and do 15 Hail Marys and whatever else the nuns tell you. It is grace that gets you there. And like I said, over the next few messages, folks, that I plan to do in these, we're going to walk into those 5 things. And Pretty amazing the things that Jesus did, not only in 3 years on the earth, well, actually 30 years on the earth, 3 years in his actual quote earthly ministry, but 30 years he was teaching us. But in 40 days he taught us 5 very important things, walked us through them all to lead us to the salvation that Christ can give us. If you take the next step, ask God to come into your heart. I can't do it alone. Jesus is the Son of Man. Forgive me of my sins. And folks, Jesus will come in. The Holy Spirit will take over. And as you listen, as you learn, you will begin to realize that Holy Spirit is behind it all, guiding you on into eternity. Hope you all have a great night, great rest of the evening. God bless y'all. You know, we're getting ready to come into the top of descent for Appleton, but folks, don't let Jesus slide by. Don't think you can just put it off to tomorrow. You don't know what tomorrow has in store for you, if you have a tomorrow. I don't mean to be that kind of guy, but really don't put off this, folks. All right, folks, we are approaching top of descent. Actually, we just passed it. So, let's get down here, fill out the info. Actually, you know what? Let's get into it. We're going to come on down to 7,000 feet. Do it in a managed way for now, and then I'm going to go to the next phase and fill it out. Ah, got us going to Green Bay, not ATW. How'd that change? All right, 210 at 11 is the wind. I'll show you another way you can do this, folks, in a second. I'm using the sectional in SkyVector. We are looking at 23 degrees Celsius and 2971. Wow, 29.7. Okay, transition is good. And so there's our speeds. We're doing the RNAV. We're going out to, hang on a second. It is called Raby, and it's about 25 miles east of the airfield. We'll turn back to make the RNAV approach. It's all we got to deal with, folks. So, all right, so how could we have gotten the weather easier? Hang on. And these coughs stink too. All right, so let's go here to the menu, hit the ATSU, AOC, and let's get the destination weather ATIS. I don't think we have one. Nope. So we'll return. Weather. Destination. And I want the METAR. Okay, and then I'm going to return. Received messages. There's ATW new. Wait, it's not. Wait a minute, let's try it. Okay, so as of day 13, 045 Zulu, 210 at 11, 10-mile visibility, clear, 23 degrees, 2971. Isn't that pretty cool, folks? Right there in the display. I know a lot of aircraft now that's happening. Could even send it to the printer and it comes out there. No need to. Then you just click F-plan and you're back, or pick one. In this case, let's stay on F-plan. Right, now I'm going to come over here, go to landing perf, same information just came up, filled out over here nicely. And runway length for this is 8,000 feet, so I'm going to go with medium on the brakes. And I think we'll go with the rest as is and compute. So we're looking at a VAP, our approach speed of 128. With medium brakes, we're looking about halfway-ish down the runway. So that's cool. Plenty of runway then. Plus we have a land and hold short potential. About halfway, it looks like. It doesn't really say. That's kind of disheartening that it doesn't give the footage. The ATIS would, but you know what? I'm going to pull this up. Hawker might enjoy this page. Hang on, let me get a better page behind it. All right, let me pull this up. Not sure how well y'all can read this, so we'll kind of make it so it can become bigger. All right, snow removal operations. That's not the part I think he would find interesting. Vehicle operators monitoring common traffic frequency, blah, 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 birds in the vicinity, duh. Periodic live fire training, south side of the airport. Commercial ramp de-icing pads available, or live engine run-ups during de-icing. Okay, it does, yeah, folks, go a little late into the season here, snowing and all. But I thought he'd find that interesting, the live fire training south of the airport, periodic. Not sure if he's realized where we're going yet. So, I know why that's there, so. And then here's the rest. So we're on our descent. We're coming down at a pretty good clip here, holding speeds nicely. And let's clear that off. And let me put the plane on here so y'all can see where we're at. Just came off BAE, heading to Raby. We'll come over to Wupan, up here to Pixie, and down. Anyway, that is our flight, and we're descending in right now. So I hope y'all, again, have a great day. Hope tomorrow, if you're not able to watch the stream, that you have a great Thursday. Friday, I am at work, and ooh, gonna be a busy day at work. That's all I can say. A lot of flights, but you know, we're ramping into summer. So I expect that. And then Saturday, Sunday, like I said, we'll be with family. Don't know the schedule, have no idea of even getting an early schedule. Get that. Can I get an early bird version of it? Nope. So, you know, we'll do what we can. If we can't, no biggie. And then hopefully Tuesday we'll be back at it with another stream. We'll figure out something, folks, as always. And we've got a lot of, you know, we got airplanes over in the Far East. We got them here in the country. Got them in Europe. We need to get in Australia. That's a place we need to do some flying. Get out there in the bush. Adelaide and places even deeper in than that. So, anyway, we'll just continue our descent, and talk with you all a little closer to the airport. But for those curious, we have been shadowing Lake Michigan off to our right-hand side. There, let me let you see what the first officer sees. You know what? I am going to turn that light off. See if that helps. Oh, nice off the nose. All right, what kind of traffic are we seeing up here? Somehow we got zoomed way in. Where are we? Oh. Really? We're just going by Chicago? No way. Tells me we're not up to date. There we are. I was going to say, we're up by Sheboygan. I was going to say, yeah, we're getting pretty close because, you know, Fond du Lac, that lake is right over there. North side of it is Appleton. And that should be Green Bay up here. And right off here is Sheboygan. So yeah, we're coming through here pretty decently. Okay, we just crossed the transition. What did I say? 77, 71. Okay. Okay, and let's get the seatbelt sign on. Been through Sheboygan once, maybe twice. Green Bay, I'm pretty sure only once. Appleton, too many times to count. Oshkosh and Fond du Lac, same thing. Y'all are going. Here, let me pull it up so y'all can. What are you doing there, Captain? We're heading off to our initial for the RNAV. Raby. Then we'll head over and come in. But it sure looks wild, doesn't it? Should be going this way, and yet we're way over here. I wonder if this turn on the road is pretty close to what's in the air, Raby. I'm also kind of shocked because I remember back when I used to drive up in here, this was almost, I thought was pretty close to filled in, but I guess not. Again, it may be. Whatever scenery Austin takes for the scenery base here may not be, you know, what it was. I don't know when he got it. Again, I have been a long time since I've been up here. Okay, we're at Raby. Descending down. Appleton traffic, Allegiant 3411 over Raby. Initial fix for the RNAV 21. Okay, arm the lights. Flight attendants, prepare for landing. Okay, we're going to come on down. Come on down to 2,700 feet. Okay, there's 10,000. Okay, let's get the brakes set medium. Brake fans on. And I'm going to go ahead and take over speed. Okay, so the airport should be up in here somewhere. Well, actually, the post is probably in the way. All right, let's go. Approach phase activated. Go at flaps 1. All right, folks, I really hope you're enjoying the ride in here. Unfortunately, we do not have ATC, so we'll be doing most of this on our own. Just doing a quick weather check, make sure no new weather came in. Still 2971. didn't set a minimum. Bear with me a second. 250. All right, let me put the speed brakes in. All right, we're about to level off here, folks. And we'll be on the ground here in about 5-10 minutes. All right, so ASCII is 11-mile final. Okay, so we'll hold at 210. All right, folks, if you haven't done so already, besides clicking follow, click the exclamation mark. The word predict type out. Put a space in between it and a negative number. And folks, you'll have a prediction in for what you think the landing will be like. Got mine in. Hopefully you've gotten yours in. Once we touch down, you can't cheat and put it in then. Hawker's got his sealed in there. Really? Okay.
2,000.
All right, so we're over Wupan. ASCII is next. 2,700 feet locked in. And I'm going to give it about another mile or two, and then I'm going to start coming around. Well, we'll just come around the corner. What the heck, at 210. All right, here we go, folks. Coming on final. Don't know about you, but what kind of runway lights do we have? Reels and Pappies, that's it. Thinking maybe right here is our runway. All right, let's go ahead though and start slowing down. Okay, Appleton traffic, Allegiant 3411. We're over SEMO, inbound approximately 5-mile final, 421. Okay, we're starting in, folks. And Appleton traffic, Legion 3411, 3 mile final, 21. Okay, wind's a little shifty, but not bad. All right, I really find these pretty fun to fly. So, pretty much right down the runway.
500. 400.
Okay,
100 above.
we are stable and landing.
300. Minimum. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. 10. 5.
Well, went through the land and hold short. And Appleton traffic, Allegiant 3411's clear. Runway 21 to the terminal. Well, I missed that one. All right, folks. Well, I hope you enjoyed the unfortunately prolonged flight to Appleton due to a phone call. My apologies again to that. But unfortunately, life and family have to come sometimes before the flight sim. Okay, here we come into the ramp area. Well, I forgot to turn the lights off. Okay, it's going to take a few minutes. Did I? All right, EPU is available. We'll turn it on and all right, folks, so welcome in. Let's get some chocks in. Beacons off, seatbelts off, and we are good for deboard. See how long that takes. All right, folks, welcome in. I'm glad y'all joined us. If you're new, like I've been saying most of the trip here, would love for you to click follow so you can see where we're headed with what and all that good stuff. Thought we had an online aircraft over here, but I guess I was wrong. I don't see it on VATSPY. Although I'm not 100% sure VATSPY is up to date, so. Oh, there's nothing there. All right, so let's review the flight. All right, to do that, we use Sim Toolkit. Sorry for that, folks. All right, Sim Toolkit recorded us at 299, and I'm not sure who would have won this. Looks like me. Oh, okay. Sorry, Hawker. But anyway, coming around the horn, you can see how well that all went. Very nice, stable approach. Let's finish the stream. Finish the flight. I'm sorry. There we go. That's going to bring us up here, and we click the flight. View the details. View the report. Okay, that is actually looking really good. Again, thresholds back here. Each of these hash marks, folks, you see are 500 feet intervals. Landing zone ends right here. So as long as you land from here back to the blue dot there at the end of the runway, guess what? You've done a great landing to start with. The rest of the metric data, hey, that's just fluff. So I landed at just under 300 feet a minute, 121 knots. That's actually something we can check. See how close I was to LS. 1.8 though, we kind of did thud the runway. So, you know, hey, it's still a good landing. And then we're parked right there. Kind of an interesting terminal when you look at that. Isn't that kind of cool how they curved it? Anyway, always neat to see the uniqueness. All right, so there you have the landing information. Tomorrow, folks, we will be in Fort Worth at Alliance Airport. That's KAFW. We're going to shoot no later than 1600 Z takeoff or start time for the stream. Folks, that is 11 o'clock out here. Don't be surprised if I shoot for earlier. So be ready for that. Be watching Discord, folks. If you haven't seen a link in a few, you know what? Here, oh, I see it there, but we'll go ahead and give you another. Check it. It'll be there, folks. Approximate time when I think we'll be up and running. If you miss any videos, folks, the YouTube channel is up there as well. That'll get you to other streams you may have missed. Because basically what I do, I take these streams that we do live and I just put them over there uncut for you to enjoy. All right, folks. Well, we're going to go ahead and make this a wrap. Watching these at night, it's hard to learn anything from. So we just kind of call them here, but we do need to get rid of Sim Toolkit. There we go. And so we'll go ahead and disconnect. And get rid of that. And we'll call it a night. Again, tomorrow, somewhere between 1500, 1600 Zulu. Hang on. We'll be cranking it up so we can get as much out of tomorrow as we can with the limited amount of time I have available. So from us here at Flying with Mike, you all have a great rest of your hump day. Great rest of your Wednesday. Matt, 1997 Air, welcome aboard. We thank you for the support and coming out and seeing us. And I hope you all enjoy the night. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully between 1500 and 1600 Zulu. And you have a great night too there, 1997 Air.